Good morning, namaste, hello. It's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for us all for the weekend. So looking forward to seeing what comes up. I trust that you're feeling good and things have been flowing well for you this week. So if you are struggling, I trust that you find some support, some love, some guidance or whatever you might need at this time that's supportive for you. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Good morning, Chelsea and Lisa. Hi, Jackie and Shelley. Hi, Gordon. And Shelley says namaste. Namaste to you, Shelley. So if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is looking for the best card for Saturday, the best card for Sunday, and then the best card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. I am not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason. So you can trust that we happen to be online together at the same time for a reason, or you happen to be watching the replay for a reason. What that will be for you is personal. So it will mean something or help you in some way that is personal for you. I'm here trusting in what inspires me, and I trust in what I feel I need to share, even though I have no idea what that is right now. So I don't never ask you to trust me. I ask you to trust in what feels right for you. I trust what I feel I need to say, and that's right for me. You trust what you need to take from our time together today. So you will know if it makes sense to you, because it will, whatever does make sense will somehow fit into your life, and you won't need to force it like a square peg into a round hole. It should quite easily slot into your life somewhere, or how you've been feeling lately. That's how you know that it's guidance you need to hear as well. So if it fits in with what you're going through, even though I have no idea what you're going through, then it is something that you need to hear or connect with. So just start trusting yourself just that little bit more, and trusting in what you feel and what resonates with you. I feel that we're getting better as a collective, but I feel for a long time we were seeking confirmation a lot, really second guessing what felt right for us. So I see a lot of us are starting to become more confident and trusting in what we're feeling, and that it is right without needing to get a confirmation or a second opinion. So trust yourself 100%, and we'll see what comes up today. So first of all, I'm looking for the best card for Saturday, the 7th of April. If it's not Saturday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. I didn't record a video for Friday, so it happens sometimes. The cat is thinking about jumping up on top of my phone. She's right here. Her head is just below the camera shot. But she's thinking about it, aren't you, Puss? Do you want to say hello to everyone? Let's see if I can tilt this down. Hello, Puss. Oh, she's very close. But she's hanging out with me this morning, purring away, looking for a good spot to lay down, I think, which probably will be right in front of my feet and legs. So, the best card for Saturday, the 7th of April. Now, when I'm pulling my cards, I just hold the intention of what I'm pulling the card for. So in this particular moment, I'm holding the intention to find the best card for Saturday, the 7th of April, for the majority of us. And then I just trust that the best card will find its way to the top based on the way I select my cards. Just the way that I select my cards is not the only way, it's my right way. You might have a different right way, and that will be right for you. So this is the best card for Saturday, the 7th of April. Here. Oh, 29, creation. here. And the keywords down here say source, uncoil, light and authentic. This reminds us to come out of hiding, especially if we've been hiding ourselves. Sometimes we are in a space of privacy, of rest, of kind of feeling like we just want to be in our own company, and that's okay. It's when we reach a point where we're actually hiding out, where we don't want to be seen, or we don't, there might be something that we're doing in private that we feel comfortable doing behind closed doors. Some people are quite creative or quite talented, and they do or practice or develop their skill or their talent behind closed doors very privately. And then sometimes we reach a point where we're kind of being pushed in a way to step out and share our gift, share that wisdom or that thing that we're making or creating or inventing out with others or out with the world. So this card reminds us on Saturday to just soften our coil a little bit, uncoil ourselves, and allow ourselves to come out of hiding just that little bit more. Especially in the heart, I feel like I want to say, and the heart that will also connect in with the throat. So let's allow our heart to open just that little bit more, which will in turn allow our throat to open. So our throat is our centre for communication, expression and truth, and feeling safe to speak and be our truth or be ourselves. So as we release that tightness that we've been feeling in the heart, that coiling up like a snake coiled up in our heart, as we soften that and allow ourselves to stop hiding ourselves, to stop hiding or stop holding back, then we just gently open, just automatically, that sort of coiled up snake begins to open, and in turn opens us up through the throat. So if we've been feeling particularly, or if you've been feeling particularly closed off in this area, or experiencing issues in relationships, or a feeling of disconnection from yourself, also communication issues which are quite strong this week, then you might be encouraged or really resonate with what I'm talking about opening up just that little bit more in the heart. So how might you do that? Well, let's work on doing that a little bit now with the singing bell. Where's me beater? It's tucked away here in my basket. Let's do a little bit of that now. I feel inspired to work with the singing bell now to help open up in the heart, or just this general sense of uncoiling and coming out of hiding now, to stop holding ourselves back. So I'm going to play the singing bell, which I've taken the ringer out and I play this way. And you just, if you want to join in, just take some deep breaths and think about softening or opening up, or just surrendering a little bit your hold or your sense of tightness in your heart, your throat, or in yourself, and allow yourself to open up just that little bit more, like you're peeking through the door and you're opening up that door just a little bit to see if it's safe to come out a little bit further. So I'm just going to play this for a minute or two. You can't do anything wrong, just take some nice deep breaths. Listen at the very least, or if you want to take it deeper, then explore these sorts of things I was talking about, or what resonates with you. So enjoy. Working with your breathing, and especially letting go or surrendering through your out breath may be really helpful if you're feeling a bit closed off or tight in your heart or throat. So as you come out of hiding, or you consider that whether you're holding back or hiding yourself or not, there's this sense of through opening and through softening and softening that tightness of that coil, or opening that closed door. It's this, I get this vision of opening a bird cage door and letting ourselves out like we're a bird that's been trapped in a cage for a while, and that we're reaching a new level of I want to say development or expansion or understanding, or getting into our lives at a deeper level, that we're needing to now break ourselves out of that cage, free ourselves from being trapped, so that we can liberate ourselves, so that we can fly into new territory and explore new things. And a big part of that, I feel from this card, is that we may need to consider, or we may find it beneficial to consider, what are we hiding from? Why are we holding ourselves back? Why have we closed ourselves off? So by considering these sorts of things and reaching new understandings about ourselves, we allow ourselves to open up, or in other words, find that cage door and free ourselves, like freeing a bird from a cage. Because I see that we're in such an important potential in this moment. There's such a wonderful sense of support in our freedom and in really getting into our lives. And I talked quite a lot about that in the last guidance video that I shared, but it still feels ongoing. So let's keep going. Let's keep pushing ourselves past our boundaries and limitations, and stop squishing ourselves into a little box that we're trying to conform to or trying to mold ourselves into, because our soul is calling for us to break freer now, and to stop holding back. So tap into the source that is within you, the source that you are, and your authenticity. So there's an element of authenticity that reminds us, as always, to be really super real and honest with how we feel, what's trapping us, what we're hiding from, what's holding us back, and being really real about that with ourselves, so that we can find the key to open that door and free ourselves. So quite a lot of power in this card, and very much in alignment with what I've been feeling the current energies are. So I trust that information is helpful, and that you feel perhaps a little bit more open, or a little bit softer, a little bit more willing in your heart or within your being to be a little bit more of yourself. Why are you holding back anyway? It's an interesting question, and types of questions to ask ourselves if we've been becoming too comfortable in our everyday routine. Sometimes it's good to challenge ourselves, to push ourselves into new adventures. So, I trust that makes sense. Thank you. Thanks, Claire, for sharing to your Crystal Healing group. I'm always extremely honoured that anyone resonates with this, for one. But if you love this enough that you want to share it, that's a real compliment to me. So thank you so much. Deborah says, I so need to get out of that cage, and I know only I can do. We'll go into nature. Yeah, absolutely, Deborah. And we are the only ones that can free ourselves from the cave. And if nature calls you, that's wonderful. Trust that. So the best card for Sunday, the 8th of April. The 8th of April is here. Oh, we've got Delegate, card 28. And the key words say ask, plan, organise and assistance. This has been somewhat popular in the last couple of months. It appears every week or two, this card. So it's again reminding us to be careful on Sunday that we're not putting too much pressure on ourselves to do tasks that aren't necessary. Now, this may be something that some of us have been considering lately, is the load that we're carrying in our everyday life, and whether we need to delegate some chores to others, or ask for help, or get a little bit more organised with our time, so we're not doing everything at once and carrying this big load of burdens personally. as an individual. So let's remember to ask for help, to delegate chores, to look at how we're spending our time, and making sure we're not putting too much pressure on ourselves with things that are unnecessary right now. We may find on Sunday that we have other things that we need to do, or other things that are a priority than some of our everyday tasks or things that have banked up for Sunday that may not be that essential as far as life and death, as far as our survival. So if we can tend to the things that are important for our peace of mind, and then free ourselves up to do something that makes our heart sing for the rest of the day on Sunday, if that's something that resonates, and that's probably this sort of thing and this sort of energy that I'm feeling with this card. Like sometimes for me, if I've got tasks and duties and just everyday stuff that I have to do to clean my house or care for my family, but I've also got something or work that I need to do. But I've also got something that I'm really feeling a pull to do, like step out into nature, for example, or go and enjoy something for myself. I will do everything that I can fit into a certain time frame, like an hour or two or whatever I have available, and I will do everything I can during that time block that I've given myself. And then once that time blocks up, then getting the essential things done first. Once that time blocks up, then I detach from what I've had to have done. I detach from those duties, so I can give my full attention to what I feel is making my heart sing at that time. What's calling me in my heart? What do I need to do to nourish myself with my time? So be careful on Sunday that you don't get too overwhelmed with the loads that you're carrying and the loads that you're putting onto yourself. Ask for help, delegate chores, or look at how you can manage your time more efficiently. So that's the delegate card for Sunday. I trust that makes sense for you. Now let's look for the best card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. So I think of the theme card as tying these days together and helping us see the bigger picture for Saturday and Sunday. Whoopsie. Thanks, everyone. Shirley asks, may I have a card? No, Shirley, sorry, no offence, but I don't do personal readings here. I have to have boundaries, as you could understand. If I've got 83 people watching live now and 83 people want a reading, and then more people come in and want readings, that is something I cannot manage. So I have to have boundaries for my own personal sanity. And so instead I choose to share guidance for everyone, and I trust something resonates with you. So I don't actually do personal readings at all. I'd prefer to encourage you to find the guidance that you need for yourself, and perhaps through me sharing in this different way can also help you tap into your own intuition, is what I would love. So the best card for the theme, so we can see what's going on this weekend, the bigger picture, is this. Oh, we've got Sensuality again, which is a featured card. It has more information up here, which I am going to follow. It says to breathe deeply and choose a random card. So we've got our friend is back, Tiger Claw, which is interesting with these two cards actually. So what this means, I've got two cards here for the theme. What I'm going to do is look at them separately, and then I'm going to look at their relationship together. They've come up together for a reason, so let's explore that in a moment. This is card 46, called Sensuality. And the key words say love, breath, relationship, and passion. Love, breath, relationship, and passion. So this is talking about, again, this card came up last week. This is talking about breathing new life back into ourselves and our relationships. Not only our closest relationships, but all relationships that we could consider, including our relationship with ourselves. So if we've been feeling flat or deflated, or a little bit disconnected, or a little bit of distance from people around us, then perhaps making an effort, or looking at how we might be able to help breathe a freshness, a newness back into ourselves and our relationships again, may be quite important this weekend. There's a sense of closeness I feel in this card right now, and I feel this sense of closeness that we're going to have perhaps with others. It doesn't have to be a lover. We can feel a closeness with people in our family or friends, or even a sense of just gelling, a sense of there's something here that's not coming to mind. Like gelling, like being on the same wavelength as another person, and that bringing a sense of closeness. So there's a sense of closeness, a sense of intimacy that's coming through for this weekend with this card. So let's allow ourselves to break our guard down and let ourselves get close to others. Let ourselves get close to ourselves. And how that can be pretty confronting if we've been avoiding ourselves or how we feel. So how can we get a little bit closer to ourselves? How can we listen a little bit more deeper to what's going on for us this weekend? So love is strong, a sense of reinflating ourselves, breathing new life and love back into our heart and into our connections with others. Closeness feels like a great word there. And this is Tiger Claw, the other card 40, Tiger Claw, that says, stand your ground, speak up, take action, and courage. And he came up last week in the last reading, actually, I think. He reminds us to be assertive, to get our claws into something and really stand our ground this weekend. So there might be a situation where we need to speak up, and we might find that a situation or a connection with another person, because we have got this kind of relationship card with this. A relationship with another person may have become, like the air may have become a bit tense, and the air may need to be cleared in quite a direct way, according to Tiger Claw. He's direct. He's not one for fluffing around the edges, and we may have been, subtly hinting some issues or things that might be going on, but this card's talking about, being assertive now. Let's be straight to the point. Let's use the strength and power of our words, even if we're feeling a bit shaky, so that we can say what we need to say to others, especially in our relationships, our closest relationships or our important connections at this time. So get your claws in. Take some deep breaths and recognise your assertiveness, or your ability to be assertive and confident. There's a sense of confidence in this, and Tiger Claw emanates that into this sensuality card. So a closeness and confidence, closeness and assertiveness, so a sense of boldness, a sense of drive, a sense of being direct over this weekend. So interesting. These cards may connect for you individually, like this and this, or there may be an element of connection between them both that might make sense for you this weekend. But until you go through your weekend, it's sometimes hard to know. So it's great to connect with these sorts of guidances as you're inspired to, or as you're around. But then just kind of let your weekend happen. If things happen that remind you of this sort of guidance that comes up, then perhaps think back or reflect back on the information that came through and how you might be able to handle things in a different way, or in perhaps a way that might work or be more supportive for you. So that's that. Thank you for connecting. Today I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards. These are available now. There's 55 cards in this deck that I've completely created. If you want to learn more about them, or if you resonate with them, please have a look on my website if you'd like to learn more at templeofbalance.com.au. So I have some new pendants on my website. Not this one. This is a new one that I've claimed. I've been making some different style pendants and fell in love with this. So this is mine to wear. And it feels great. But I've got ones in similar colours. A little bit of different designs I've been working on. that you'll find on my website. So have a look over there if you're inspired to. Also, I've got I've just put the recent ceramics that I've made in my kiln, and I've now got a full kiln, a full ceramics kiln, so that's exciting for me. So I'm hoping and trusting that this afternoon I will be inspired to glaze, and then tomorrow get the kiln on. If I don't get to it today though, and I glaze tomorrow, then the kiln will be on what day is it? It's Saturday. The kiln will be on Monday because I have to glaze and then fire the next day. So I will be opening my kiln to cups and smudge bowls either Monday morning or Tuesday morning. But I will keep you posted. I'll share a photo when I get the kiln, when I get my stuff glazed up. So if you want to learn more about the work that I do, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. I feel that's all I need to say. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. I'm about to dash off to a band gig. We're going to, our concert band's playing at the Harvest Festival, a local harvest festival, not long. What time is it anyway? 10:30 nearly. Yeah, I'll be leaving in about 15 minutes. So in about an hour, we'll be playing at the Harvest Festival, which will be awesome. I love playing my trumpet. So thank you for connecting. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will share with you again soon. So sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Oops, sorry, puss. I'm elbowing her. Bye.